And we're live. So the Dow has a 4-day win streak. I mean, are we out of the woods or is this the calm before the storm? We'll take a look at this. And also, we have what, five WTF trades going on. And today we had an exit signal. So, how did it turn out? Did we have a profitable trade or a losing trade? Now, with that said, welcome to Coffee with Markus and Mark. And today is Tuesday, May 7th. And in this show, we're going to talk to you about what's happening in the markets and how we are trading it. And Mark, so far, it is fireworks in the markets.
Yeah, quite a move higher there, Marcus. I mean, this is still just traders excited about that jobs report. Maybe we have a slowing economy, but not getting hit hard. And the S&P's higher for the fourth day in a row. You mentioned that the Dow is higher for the fourth day in a row. Actually, I think this would be number 5, which
Today
would
we're
be the
number 5.
longest win streak for the Dow in since last year.
Yeah, it's just like this, we're above the 50-day moving average again in the S&P. I mean, we have been trapped between the 5,000 level and the 50-day moving average, but just like this, above the 50-day moving average there in the Dow, also above the 50-day moving average, and the same for the Nasdaq. So, seems that we're continuing our move higher in the markets.
Yeah, and if you look at yields, this just it if the S&P chart didn't tell a story, yields definitely tell a story. Pulling off of those highs, just pulling back. We know that that's good for the equity markets, and that's what traders like to see.
Yeah, and it's all about it's all about what will the Fed do next. And he mentioned it. I mean, last week's weaker than expected jobs report, that is actually fueling hopes that the Fed might actually lower interest rates again. Because when Powell grabbed the mic last week, he said, "Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the jobs market, and if we see the jobs market softening, we might cut rates." And this is what we see, just like this. Look at this, we now have, by the end of the year, again, number one, 2 rate cuts, but up
Yeah,
from previously
two.
only 1.
Yeah, and a 35%, 34% chance that they'll cut in July, which after last Wednesday seemed like that wasn't even close to being something that traders were counting on. But I think that the September cut is definitely on the table, which after Wednesday's statement seemed unlikely.
Yeah. So, with that said, I mean, if you look at the economic calendar, super light this week. We already talked about. We have a few Fed members speaking, and some of the Fed members have been saying, "Okay, we're happy with where interest rates are right now. We do believe that we will still feel the effect of higher interest rates. It's yet to come." And we have a few more speaking this week, but other than this, not a whole lot going on the economic calendar.
No, and with those Fed members, we've said it before, but of course, Fed Chair Powell's always going to be the most significant of the Fed commentary, and something that traders are definitely keeping an eye on. You never know, though, if especially a voting member says something that just catches traders off guard, but a wild card, but not labeled as a major report.
No. On this, we do still have earnings season going on and dwindling down, but today, Disney was the one reporting earnings and moving this morning. Let's take a look at Disney.
Oh, yeah. Look at Disney. I mean, just having a rough day there. DIS is the ticker symbol. And you see that down almost 10%. This comes after they reported another revenue miss. Although it was a small miss, they beat on earnings per share, but this revenue miss is the 4th consecutive quarter that they missed on revenue.
Yeah, and I mean, they were good news because their streaming services are almost break even. Hulu and Disney Plus are already making money, ESPN not yet. But I mean, this is where Disney has turned into a streaming company. Of course, they still have the theme parks and the Disney cruises and all of this, but I do believe that streaming will be a significant part of their revenue. And this is why it's good to see that they're positive. However, this morning, traders and investors are saying, we don't like it that you are missing your revenue targets. What's happening, Disney?
Yeah, and there were two key things here. They had a lower average revenue per Disney Plus user than investors had hoped, and also there was some declining advertising revenue. And so I think that those two things really were in the spotlight and contributed to this also this theme of missing on revenue.
Yeah. All right. In other news today, Apple has an event called Let Loose. And I mean, everybody's expecting that Apple is showing some new iPads, showing off maybe another Apple Pencil, maybe showing off another Magic Keyboard. So we'll see what happens there. Apple going slightly positive into this event. And we'll see what happens to Apple tomorrow after the announcements.
Yeah, I wish I had more data on these events. I recall, I seem to recall anyway, that they're a little bit lackluster trading wise. Maybe more of a buy the rumor, sell the fact type situation where people get excited before the event, but then after the event, it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
still Apple. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah. All right. So let's head over and take a look at our positions. WTF positions. First up here, COP, ConocoPhillips, today moving a little bit higher towards our entry, still slightly below our entry. We entered at 125.08. Right now, trading right here at 124.47. But I mean, moving towards our entry, and then we wanted to see pop higher to 131.
Yeah,
I'm calling it
let's go.
131.
All right, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Dividend payment coming up. The dividend payment is it's next week. It's May 10th. So we might be out of this one. If not, we would be entitled to a 58-cent dividend. And we collected some good dividends on our WTF trades.
Yeah, we've done that in the past, but for clarification, the 10th is this Friday, not next week. So
Oh my
will
God.
we still be in it by Friday? Maybe, but
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to be the owner Friday morning to get that dividend.
Yeah. All right. DoorDash today slightly down 2%. It was down as much as 3.5% earlier. So moving back up, still not right there at our entry price, but moving towards our entry price. And DoorDash, get ready to fill the gap. Come on, do it. You can do it.
Yeah,
Fill the gap. Fill the
we've
gap.
paused here. It seems like after that negative earnings reaction, we've at least stabilized. So now's the time to try and attempt to fill that gap.
Yeah. EMR, another trade that we entered. EMR right now trading right at our entry point. So our entry price 107.20 right now trading at 17.18. So we'll see what happens there and when we exit this, but hopefully exiting it with a profit.
That's the plan.
Target TGT today, a huge move higher, pushing us up right towards our entry price, which is good to see. It seems that the move is kind of stalled right now, up 1.5%. So that's pretty good. So target, come on, move a little bit higher, and then we're ready to exit. Move towards 164. I like that as a price.
Yes. Keep going. Keep going. You had the right idea at the beginning of the day. Now follow through.
Just follow through. Just follow through. And then we had an exit this morning. IBM, we say goodbye to our IBM position. And it turned out great. So we entered IBM at 167.50. This morning, I got out at 169 even. You got out at 169 even. So it's $1.50 per share. Not a whole lot, but I'll take it.
Yeah, nice little win to contribute to the pot.
Yeah. All right, hopping over to the wheel trades. And first up here, our little buddy, CSIQ. Today having another great day. I mean, CSIQ, look at this move from these lows here to where we are right now. That's a 25% move. I like it.
Impressive move. And it does look like we found a bottom there, but we do have earnings on Thursday. So where do we go from here? It's yet to be seen.
Yeah, but we talked about it this morning with our mastermind. I mean, I'm fine either way because either we have great earnings and we skyrocket higher and I'm okay with this, or we might be pulling back. And then I'm definitely interested in flying another partial rescue mission, probably at 1450, somewhere around there. So I would be very interested in this. So either way, we will have some opportunities on Thursday. So Thursday before the bell, earnings are coming out. Let's take a look at the earnings analyzer for a moment here, just to see how we are doing here. Okay, so it seems that over the last 12 quarters, we usually move higher on the seventh day after earnings.
Not too bad.
Good. All right. Now, next up, our little buddy NEE. And what do you know? NEE keeps marching higher. So this is where we got assigned at 69.50, our break even at 67.7 for me, 67.12 for you. We sold the 70 calls right now, trading at 71.65. We'll see if we stay there by Friday. We will get called away. Mark, are you sad to get called away?
I am not sad. This one has not moved as I expected it would. We had this big drop last fall, and it's rebounded and it's recovered nicely. At this point in time, I've made some money. There's the calls that we sold, those 70 calls expiring on Friday. I will keep an eye on those calls. You never know. The week's not over yet, and maybe there's a roll opportunity. But if we're above that 70 strike and the roll just doesn't make sense, I'm happy to retire this one and use the buying power somewhere else.
Yeah, this has been a trade where we have been in longer than we planned to. So August 3rd, we entered the trade. So if we can exit this week, I won't be too sad. I would be okay to say goodbye. That's supposed to be a waving hand. Let me see a waving hand. It's goodbye. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a squashed flower in green grass, but
I'm
good.
better in drawing arrows.
A for effort.
I'm better in drawing arrows. Arrows and trend lines. So let's talk about UPS. UPS still up. That is the weirdest trend line ever. So, and I said I'm good at drawing trend lines. There we go. So there's our nice trend line going on. And UPS, we already told you, go up there right now. Still well above my break even at 136.53, but below my cost basis 157.50. So UPS, time for you to make a move very similar to what we saw here on NEE.
Yeah, I mean, UPS is just stuck around 147. It's been there for the last 2 weeks, trying to figure out where we go. But at this point, I think it's setting up to move higher.
Yeah, plus also on Friday, since you told me that May 10th is on Friday, we're getting another dividend payment of $1.63. So that's another nice bonus, bring our break even lower. So for me, my break even will go to below 135. I'm okay with that.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Okay. So not much on the scanner today for new opportunities because we are drifting higher. And before we look at the markets and possibly new opportunities, dude, you got me yesterday. You got me good. So you did the show. So I see on my phone, I see all the comments to the YouTube video, right? And they said, Mark, best joke ever. Mark, this was awesome. Oh my gosh, this was the best. And it's just comments. Did you guys were in on this, right? I mean, this guy got you guys involved in this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Thank you, everybody who played along with that one. It worked out perfectly. I got a text from Markus yesterday. He's like, "What was the joke? I can't believe you're getting all of these comments." And I said, "You're going to have to watch the video. You can watch it towards the end, but you're going to have to see for yourself." And so, yes, the joke was on Markus. Thank you for playing along.
Well played. Well played. Okay. We have one for today before we go back to looking at the markets.
Sure. What you call a not so intelligent trader that's always traveling?
Are you talking about me?
I hope not. A moving average.
Okay. So that's a trader joke. I have a dad joke for you. So yesterday, I wanted to go shopping, and Debbie asked me to put ketchup on the shopping list. Now I can't read the list anymore.
Ha 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 ha.
I think yours was better, but what do you guys think? I mean, which one was better? I mean, come on. Mine is a classic dad joke. It's cringeworthy. Yours is a good one. Yours is a good one.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
had to do a little trader twist.
You definitely you got those down. All right. Looking at a 5-minute chart of the S&P 500 today, we are trading at session highs, and if we look at the 5-minute charts here over the last few days, we just see okay, that's kind of the theme that we are opening higher, pulling back a little bit, drifting higher. Yesterday, opening higher, going sideways, moving higher. Today, opening higher, going back a little bit, drifting higher. I mean, this is just the theme. And unless we see some other massive news coming out this week, I think that this will be the theme for the week, just drifting higher. And nobody can stop this, not even Disney.
Yeah, I mean, path of least resistance right now, right, Marcus?
It seems this way. Path of least resistance is to the upside. All right. We'll see. Well, we'll definitely be back tomorrow. And if you enjoyed today's show, give us a like. We really appreciate your likes. If you think that there was some good information there that is worth sharing, there's a share button right underneath. Please feel free to share it. If you press the button, you see you can share it on all sorts of stuff, social media, email, wherever you want to do. Just forward it by text. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Hope that you subscribe. And then we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.
Happy trading, everybody.